What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is first video in a while. I was on a cruise for the past week, so yeah, that's where I've been. Sorry, there are a couple videos I need to get out, including like 3 Bones reviews, I think. So this is going to be the first one. This is going to be the June update for Chelsea. Everything that happened in June, as far as just everything to do with the club. News, some rumors, maybe, if I have time to do rumors, and obviously the one transfer deal we've finally done. So we'll start off with that. It was one that, I didn't really expect. Nobody really talked about that much until it happened. And when it did, I was kind of like, okay, I can see it. It's not bad. It's not necessarily one we need yet, but it's a good one, and it is Michy Batshuayi. Apparently, he went on Twitter and told us all how to pronounce his name, all of us Chelsea fans. So that's good to know. But if you were watching the Euros, he was the young Belgian striker that came on to replace Lukaku against. Who did they play first? Can't remember now. Hungary. That's right. When they beat Hungary 4-0, he came on, got himself a goal. From what I've seen from him, which hasn't been much, he looks like he's got a lot of fire in him. It looks like he works hard to get himself into the right position. So that's good to see. It's good to see that he is one of those strikers who wants to be in the right position at the right time, who works hard not just on the ball but off the ball too. So I would say this isn't necessarily a signing that we need right now. There's a lot of talk, and this is something else that, one of the rumors, there's a lot of talk that Costa's leaving, that he wants to go back to Atletico, because he just likes it in Spain. So if he does leave, this may become a bit more important. Right now, of course, even if Costa leaves, this isn't necessarily a striker that we need right now. But I think this has the potential to be a good signing. I don't know how he compares to Lukaku. Lukaku was another Belgian striker that came in, had a lot of potential, and in the end just sort of flopped. So I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad. I don't know if this was Conte's doing or if this was what's his name, Michael Emenalo, just looking for another striker to sign because we only have Costa right now. At least I think. Not sure if we've sold Remy yet or not. I don't think we have. Anyway, so yeah, that's the one transfer that's gone through so far. So exciting that we finally got a transfer. Some rumors going around. Chelsea's been linked with several, linked with some defenders. I know they were linked with somebody from Napoli. I can't remember his name right now. They were linked with who was that? I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but the Dortmund winger. They were linked with him for a little while, and then it looks like now he's going to Man U. So they've been linked with quite a few people. A lot of talk about them getting some Italian players because Conte's coming in. So, just some rumors flying around. From what my dad tells me, because I don't really remember this much in the past, but back when Chelsea was really successful in 05 and 06, when Mourinho was in his first spell, one of the things that he remembers so well about it is that they kept a lot of their stuff quiet. They weren't just going out there and just, oh, hey, we want him, we want him, we want him. They weren't doing all of that stuff. They really kept it quiet until they got the guy. And then it was like, oh, big shock signing for Chelsea. So hopefully they're doing that right now. Hopefully they're kind of keeping quiet on their plans and waiting to spill the beans on what's going on. That would be great because that means that there may be more transfers in the works that may happen within the next few weeks. So we'll see what happens there. But for right now, just a few rumors being thrown around. Not really a whole lot going on for Chelsea. The other thing to talk about is Chelsea performances in the Euros. it was less than stellar. No more Chelsea people left in the Euros in the semifinals, and that's unfortunate for me because honestly the quarterfinals didn't go at all like I wanted them to. I was hoping Portugal would get knocked out. I was hoping Belgium would go through. I was hoping Italy would go through. I was hoping Iceland would pull off an upset, and none of those things happened. So what we're left with is Portugal, who are the worst team in the tournament yet. Uh, I mean, the fact that they've made it this far without winning a single game in 90 minutes is just stupid. The fact that it even happens is stupid. It just shows just how boring they are that they can't even go win a game. They have to be like, okay, let's just tie the game and make it through. Um, who's the next one? Wales. I don't really mind Wales getting through. I hate that they had to beat Belgium to do it, but that it's a okay. I don't mind seeing Wales do well. I just some players don't really like on Wales. Joe Allen, Aaron Ramsey, Liverpool, Arsenal players. Bale, I don't really mind, but anyway, Germany, I just I don't know. They've won quite a bit recently, so I would prefer to see them not make it through. I would prefer to see Italy knock them out, especially because I wanted to see Conte win a major tournament before coming to Chelsea. That's a lot of Man City fans, I'm pretty sure, were hoping that Bayern were going to win the Champions League next year, even though they were in it, because they wanted Pep to come in after having just won a trophy. I felt the same way about Conte. I wanted him to win the Euros, come to Chelsea. Now he's on a high, and then the final one. Who doesn't love a good underdog story? It's Iceland. How did they make it this far in the tournament? I don't know, but they were proving that jerk Ronaldo wrong, so it was awesome. And even though they lost, they didn't give up. They still managed to pull 2 goals back. But France is just France is going to be a force to reckon with for Germany, so that'll be an interesting game to see. But anyway, as far as individual performances goes, there weren't a whole lot of Chelsea players in the tournament. Cahill was there for England, of course. He did okay. The fact that they got knocked out by Iceland should tell you something, but it sort of proved what I've been thinking, that we need better defenders. We've got Terry, we've got Zuma, but Cahill I don't know if he can cut it anymore. So hopefully they're looking at that. We obviously need more fullbacks. Espilicueta didn't even play for Spain, which I found kind of surprising, because he's a good defender. I don't know if maybe they saw his performances at Chelsea and thought, well, we've got better. Maybe, I don't know. But that was kind of disappointing. Fabregas played for Spain and didn't really look all that good. Obviously it took a good team to knock him out in Italy, but he didn't really do as much as I wanted him to do. He did have a couple good games. I think he scored in one game and assisted a couple, but overall, just not really the performance that I was expecting from him. Hazard, I thought, had overall a good tournament. The final game against Wales and then the game against one of the group stage games. Can't remember. There were 2 games though where he just was pretty much non-existent. And was really criticized for it. But the one that I want to look at is the Hungary game, because he really stepped up in that game, and it showed what he could do, not just for Chelsea, but he can also do it for Belgium too. So it was nice to see that. I just wish he had a bit more consistency, because honestly, that's his one biggest critique right now, is that he's not a consistent player. He shows up in some games and doesn't show up in others. And he didn't do that 2 years ago when we won the title. He was constantly a threat. So hopefully he takes this criticism and goes with it and uses it to make himself a better player. Courtois, he had some good moments. He didn't make any incredible saves that saved Belgium. There were a couple that he really should have saved. And so, I don't know. I feel like his inexperience and his youth is still playing a factor into some of this. And hopefully as he gets a bit older and learns a bit more, maybe he'll get better. what is he, 24, 25 right now? He's still fairly young for a keeper, so hopefully they stick with him and he just keeps growing, becomes one of the best keepers in the world. What was the other? There's one more Chelsea player. Maybe not. The other Chelsea person in the tournament obviously was Conte. Italy was, from the first game that they played, Italy was one of my favorites to win it. They looked like a good side. They looked like they were prepared. The game against Ireland was kind of we threw out our second team, so they looked like they had a chance to go all the way, and unfortunately they hit Germany in the second round of the knockouts. And even then, they still looked threatening. They still looked like they could possibly take it to Germany and go and score. Just unfortunate that they didn't try. And then penalty kicks. What was Zaza doing? I just anyway. So overall, I hate the fact that there are no more Chelsea people to represent Chelsea at the Euros right now. All of there are probably several Arsenal fans who are happy because Ramsey and Ozil are still in it, and who else? I don't know. Real Madrid fans are probably like just so happy that Ronaldo and Bale are still in it, even though Ronaldo's done nothing except for that one half of the Hungary game. But it's disappointing, but at the same time, the one good thing that comes out of it is that the fact that Italy's now out means that Conte can now officially come to Chelsea and start doing stuff. Now he's there, now he's ready to go. So hopefully we'll start to see some changes at Chelsea. We'll start to get a feel of what Conte wants to do for this season. So still exciting stuff going on, even though the Euros haven't been as exciting as we wanted them to be. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this June Chelsea update. If there's anything that I missed that you want to talk about, let me know. We can discuss it. Let me know what you think of what I talked about. What are your thoughts? What do you want to see change? What do you want to see Conte do as he comes in? Transfer wise, all that good stuff. Let me know. We can discuss it and talk about it and all that. Yeah, that's about it for this review. So leave a like and subscribe for future Chelsea stuff, and I'll see you the next one. Peace out.